Layering is a style technique that helps you create depth and dimension in your looks at the same time that you are actually showing your personal taste by adding different visible layers of clothes. Of course, all these layers need to coordinate to perfection in order to look good. In this video, we'll make it very simple for you by giving you just 3 easy tips so that you can layer like a champ coming up. If you're just finding me, my name is Gus and I give honest and simple advice to help you unlock the best version of yourself. The first tip is to have your layers fulfill their purpose. Guys, we're not layering just for the sake of layering. Each one of these pieces of clothing that you're going to be wearing needs to have a purpose, and they're all related to keeping you warm. For this, it is very important that you begin with the lightest fabric. That's the one that's going to be close to your skin, and then start adding thicker and thicker and thicker layers above that. For instance, a t-shirt with a hoodie, and then on top of that a leather jacket. What that's gonna do, well, it's just 2 layers because you're not gonna see the t-shirt, but the t-shirt is gonna be there for comfort, and then you're going to include a hoodie that is going to keep you warm, and then on top of that, the leather jacket is going to isolate you from the wind, because the wind can come up and just blow your body heat away, but the leather jacket is going to prevent exactly that to happen. And now I'm going to show you a different example with a white button-down shirt, on top of that a denim jacket, and on top of that a gilet, well, it's just a waistcoat. In this example, layers 2 and 3 are doing exactly the same as in the previous example. One is keeping you warm and the other is preventing the wind to blow away your body heat. And the only difference in this outfit is that the other layer is visible as well and is being the base. It's just providing a new visible layer, right? It has more dimension. The second tip, as always, is to keep things very simple. Look, guys, between 2 and 4 layers are enough to look very sharp. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need 5, 6, 7. You don't need to go crazy with them. Just keep it very, very simple. The more layers you include is not necessary, the more stylish you're gonna look, because you need to have them coordinate to perfection, like I said. And obviously adding more than 4 is gonna be more complex than just adding 4 or 3. And then there's also the homeless effect. When you're carrying so many clothes on top, you look like a homeless person who's actually carrying every single piece of clothing he owns just to keep moving. There is not much to say about this one tip. That's why they're very simple. But before we move on to the next one, let me tell you that you can book your image consultation with me. If you want me to help you obtain your ideal image with a very, very simplified approach, don't hesitate. Go down below into the description box and click the link that I'm leaving you there. The third tip is to make each additional layer longer than the previous one. This means that you're gonna start with the shortest piece, like it could be a tucked in shirt, then a sweater, then a jacket, and each one of them is going to be longer than the previous one. But you can also go the other way around. You can start with something really long, like a long fitting t-shirt, and then something shorter and something shorter and shorter. And that's more for like street style, which is by all means is nothing like I like to wear. That's why I don't recommend it. But if you dig it, just know that that is an option as well. And another option is to actually mix the two. This is for very casual looks. For instance, you can be wearing an untucked shirt that is gonna reach to that area number 2, for the length. I explained that in the video about fit. And then you can add a new layer with a lightweight sweater that is gonna get just to the zone number 1. And on top of that, you can add a new jacket that is going to be, again, getting to zone number 2, or deeper, longer to zone number 3, or even longer if it's like a long coat. That also is an option, but just keep it for very casual looks. When you want to go formal, it is necessary to follow the rule to keep adding layers that are longer every time. There you have it, 3 simple tips to help you layer your clothing and look incredibly stylish. But hey, there is actually another problem, and that comes with the patterns that you're mixing. If you're doing it wrong, you're gonna break the entire effect that you were creating. So in order for you to not make that mistake, go check out this video about how to mix and match patterns. I'm gonna see you on that one. But before you click on that, let me remind you to always stay simple and classic.